Parker Glick and Kelly Rhine speak in front of the Georgia Capitol building.
Advocacy comes in many forms. However, some of our best work is done when we unsilo ourselves and unite together to amplify our voice.
By coming out of isolation, we can take what has been invisible and ignored and make it undeniable and inescapable.
Text reads, Navigating the Capitol.
For Georgians, this sometimes means taking a trip to one of the most visible places in our state, our capital in Atlanta, Georgia.
For many, navigating accessibility at the Capitol can seem daunting and overwhelming.
However, you will be happy to know that our capital, in many ways, is one of the most accessible places in our state.
By highlighting key accessibility features, safe paths, and important locations for advocacy, we hope this video will give you all of the confidence you need to visit the Capitol.
Until teleporting technology becomes more advanced,
Parker magically appears at the top of the steps.
your best bet at making it to the Capitol in one piece is either by driving or hopping on public transportation.
If you are planning to drive to the Capitol, we highly recommend using one of 2 paid parking lots that will put you as close to the Capitol as possible with minimal complications.
The first lot is located at 254 Capitol Avenue, across from Liberty Plaza.
A red public parking sign with payment options is shown.
If you are unable to find parking there, we recommend the lot located across from Central Presbyterian Church on MLK Drive just after Washington Street.
Both parking lots are accessible and are a short 3-minute walk to the Capitol entrance.
If public transportation is a better option for you, we recommend taking advantage of the extremely convenient and accessible Georgia State Station found less than a quarter of a mile from the Capitol entrance.
In order to get there, you must first purchase a Breeze card at the MARTA station closest to you.
You can then scan your loaded card at the gate and make your way to the Georgia State Station found on the blue or green line.
When you get to the Georgia State Station, make your way down 1 level to the concourse.
Once on the concourse level, you can either ask for assistance or follow the signs toward Georgia State University and Piedmont Avenue using your Breeze card to exit.
Then just make a left and head for the Gold Dome. We made it to the Capitol, y'all. Thank you so much for watching.
What about going inside the building?
Oh, right. Let's go.
While you may sometimes take part in actions around the Capitol grounds, you'll probably spend most of your time inside the Gold Dome itself.
Thankfully, the Capitol is pretty easy to navigate and has lots of accessibility features such as
Audible crosswalks,
3, 2,
curb cuts at every intersection,
entrance ramps,
actuator buttons,
braille signage,
elevators,
and plenty of knowledgeable security and staff that will be able to address any concerns you may come across.
A staff member opens a door for Parker and hands him a pamphlet.
So let's find our way.
There are 2 ways to enter the Capitol building as a constituent, one by stairs and one by ramp.
If you are comfortable with climbing 15 steps, you can use the entrance found on Washington Street directly across from the Central Presbyterian Church.
Or, if steps aren't your thing, you can make your way to the accessible stairless entrance found on Mitchell Street.
The entrance is marked by a sign with the seal of Georgia and the accessible icon.
Once you enter, you'll be asked to go through a simple security check.
If you are 18 years or older, you will need to present your state-issued photo ID.
And please, no weapons of any kind.
No, seriously, not even pocket knives.
We're looking at you, Scouts.
You will then have to proceed through a metal detector and put every bag that you brought with you through an X-ray machine.
And we mean every bag.
Simplicity is key. Bring only what you need.
You will also need to tell security where you're going and with whom you're meeting.
They'll even help you find what room you're going to if you need assistance.
Now that you have finally made your way into the infamous Gold Dome, it's prep time.
It's always good to make sure that all of your business is done ahead of time.
Whether that means taking some big deep breaths,
Reviewing your notes,
grabbing a sip of water,
or finding your way to the nearest restroom.
while the Capitol is relatively accessible, some restrooms are bigger than others if you need room for maneuvering.
If you prefer the women's restroom, you will want to make your way to room 233 on the 2nd floor.
For men, make your way to the 4th floor and look for the eagle pointing you to room 425. Now that you've taken the time to get yourself together,
The camera zooms zooms in on Parker.
It's time for action.
This is what you have been waiting for.
The chance to let your voice be heard.
You are ready to engage in
Civic discourse. But seriously, let's talk about some key locations at the Capitol where you can make a difference.
The first way you can participate in session is by attending and witnessing voting on important legislation in the House and Senate General Assembly sessions.
Constituents are welcome in what is called the gallery.
You can access the galleries by taking any of the elevators or stairs to the 4th floor.
You will find the Senate gallery in room 428 and the House gallery on the opposite side of the building in room 426.
If you need a hearing device in order to access the assembly sessions, you can stop on the 3rd floor and make your way to the post office in room 323.
Also on the 3rd floor is an area called the Ropes, where you could speak directly with legislators about your community concerns.
The ropes are a set of velvet ropes around a desk with chairs.
The ropes are located directly across from the entrances to the Senate and House floors.
Please note that this area will be loud and very crowded.
If this type of situation seems stressful for you in any way, you may want to consider bringing a partner in politics to support you.
Patience at the ropes is key, as it'll take some time to get your legislators' attention, and you may only get to meet with them for 1 or 2 minutes.
In addition to the General Assembly, there are a few more places at the Capitol where you can advocate through story sharing by providing personal testimony.
You could put that public speaking class to good use by offering your testimony at rallies located in the Capitol atrium, on Capitol steps, or in Liberty Plaza.
And if public speaking is your jam, you can make your way to the Coverdell building and present your testimony in front of vital subcommittees that can affect your community.
The Coverdell is located on 18 Capitol Square Southwest, which is just across the road from the Capitol building.
You can enter the building either by using the 10-step entrance located directly in front of the crosswalk from the Capitol, or make your way to the right and follow the signs to the accessible ramp entrance.
Once you're in the building, you can follow the signs to the public entrance, which will take you to the security checkpoint.
Same rules apply as last time.
So, have your ID at the ready, state where you are going, be weapon-free,
And be ready to have your belongings scanned.
Once through security, you will pop out directly in front of the elevators and can make your way to the subcommittee meeting of your choice.
We hope that this video has given you the tools you need to be an active constituent in our state's legislative process.
Because as they say, when you're not at the table, you run the risk of being on the menu.
In order to remain part of the conversation, we must be seen and heard.
Nothing about us without us.
Share your stories far and wide.
The louder we are, the harder we'll be to ignore.
See you at the Capitol.
Text reads silcga.org, Georgia Independent Living Network.